Now, in the last topic, we explored the importance of eating correctly as well as exercise in terms of managing our health, sharpening our saw, raising our energy. And for me, my health is my true wealth. So it is vital that for the sake of our well-being, we start paying attention to our eating habits as well as our exercise habits. And this also continues into this topic where we're going to look at our sleeping habits. You see, there's been so much research done around the importance of sleep in terms of our well-being that without adequate sleep and without good quality sleep, I should say, we can do all the other work around our well-being, but it's going to be highly undermined if we are not paying conscious awareness as to our sleeping patterns. So in this topic, we're going to look at the science of sleep, we'll look at the benefits of good quality sleep, and I'll also provide you with some ways in terms of how you can improve your sleeping habits. Firstly, let's understand the science of sleep, as this will explain the importance of good quality sleep. We all have an internal body clock which controls when we feel tired or when we feel refreshed and alert. This clock operates on a 24-hour cycle known as the circadian rhythm. Some people have different rhythms. You get the night owls or you get the early birds. After we wake up, we become increasingly tired as the day progresses, which peaks into the evening as we get ready for bed. This is called sleep drive, which is possibly linked to a compound produced in the brain called adenosine. As these compounds build up in the brain, we feel more tired, which are then broken down when we sleep. Our circadian rhythm is also influenced by light, which is processed by our brain, more specifically the hypothalamus, which processes signals when the eyes are exposed to natural or artificial light. These signals help the brain determine whether it's day or night. As light disappears, our body produces melatonin, a hormone that makes us drowsy. As morning approaches, our body produces cortisol that promotes energy and alertness. This is what wakes us up. Once we fall asleep, our bodies follow sleep cycles divided into 4 stages. The first 3 stages are known as non-rapid eye movement or NREM sleep, and the final stage is known as rapid eye movement or REM sleep. This is important to know because our quality of our sleep is determined by whether we go through all the stages or not. And the quality of sleep is as important as quantity. Alcohol and caffeine, for example, disrupt the 4 stages, leading to less quality sleep. So let's explore these stages. Stage 1 NREM lasts several minutes, which is the transition between wakefulness and sleep. Our heart rate, breathing, and eye movement slow down, as do our brain waves. Then there's stage 2 of NREM. We go into this deeper sleep where our heart rate, breathing, and muscles become more relaxed. Eye movements cease, and our body temperature drops. This is the longest of the 4 stages. Now the next stage is stage 3 NREM, which plays an important role in making you feel refreshed and alert the next day. Our heartbeat, breathing, and brainwave activity reach their lowest levels, and the muscles are as relaxed as they ever will be. This stage will be longer at first, but decreases in duration as we go through these cycles through the night. Finally, there's REM or REM, which occurs typically 90 minutes after you fall asleep. The eyes move backwards and forwards under the eyelids, and breathing rate, heart rate, and blood pressure increase. Usually, dreaming takes place during REM sleep, and our arms and legs become paralyzed, which is believed to take place so we do not act out our dreams. The duration of REM increases as the night progresses. Studies have linked the REM stage to memory consolidation, the process of converting recently learned experiences into long-term memories. Research does also show that as we age, we spend less time in REM and more time in the NREM stages. These 4 stages repeat cyclically through the night until we wake up. The duration of each cycle for most is approximately 90 to 120 minutes, and the NREM cycle constitutes about 70 to 80% of each cycle. So why is quality sleep through all 4 stages important? Well, firstly, latest research found that when we sleep, cerebrospinal fluid washes in and out of our brain in waves, helping clear our brain of toxins. So sleep is vital for the refreshing and restoration of our brain. Secondly, as mentioned, there's the process of memory consolidation during the REM stage, which is why inadequate or low quality sleep negatively impacts on memory recollection. Thirdly, adequate sleep improves our metabolic health. Some studies indicate that inadequate sleep contributes to lower metabolism and increased risk of obesity, higher blood pressure, and cholesterol. Fourthly, when we sleep, we release growth hormones into our body, which contribute to muscle repair, tissue growth, and an improved immune system. Finally, adequate sleep results in better behavioral capabilities. Research shows that REM silences the siren of the brain. It settles the amygdala. As we get less good quality sleep, our amygdala is effectively put on edge and we potentially become more susceptible to the amygdala hijack when facing stresses the next day. So how many hours sleep should we be getting for us to feel these benefits? It is generally determined by age. Newborn babies, for example, require 14 to 17 hours per day. Teenagers require an average of 8 to 10 hours, and adults between 7 to 9 hours per day. As we get older, we may need less sleep, as little as 6 hours a night. The scientific consensus, though, is that an adult requires a minimum of 7 hours good quality sleep a night for them to feel the benefits mentioned. Now, how can we improve our quality of sleep? The modern day world provides us with many challenges to good quality sleep. Our circadian rhythm is affected by artificial light at night, particularly fluorescent lighting, as well as the brightness of TVs, cell phones, and computers. Working later has become the norm, and this stimulates the brain when we should be settling down for the day, getting ready to go to sleep. Consequently, it's important to firstly set a sleep schedule for yourself. What time would you like to go to sleep, and what time do you want to wake up? Consistency is key when it comes to sleep. Research indicates that any time between 8 and 12 p.m. is a good time to start your sleep cycles. So if you want to reset your circadian rhythm, begin with small changes so as to get to sleep earlier. For example, over a few consecutive nights, sleep 15 minutes earlier each night until you're at the required time you wish to go to sleep. Now, healthy practices to provide your quality of sleep include power down practices 2 hours before you sleep. Stop working, turn off that TV or that laptop and use this time to relax. You can read a book, do some meditation, journal your experiences, and do some gratitude work. Reduce lighting enough to help you with your reading or writing so that you have less light stimulation, and avoid any other stimulants such as alcohol or caffeine. The ideal temperature for quality sleep is around 20 degrees Celsius, so if possible, regulate your room temperature and avoid as best as possible the TV in the bedroom. Using white noise can also help induce the onset of sleep, especially for those who do not enjoy total silence or do not like being disturbed by any sudden noise from the environment. Now, worry and anxiety are major contributors to broken sleep patterns. To help minimize their influence and to induce sleep, you can perform the deep relaxation or the mindful breathing exercises in this course to help. Now, making changes to our habits and patterns is difficult. It's not easy. I'm sure we're all aware of that. I mean, whether we are changing our eating habits, our exercise habits, or our sleeping habits, and in fact any other habit that may get in the way of our well-being, requires a lot of energy and a lot of work. So in the next topic, we're going to go into the process of what creates a habit, and through this we'll have a better understanding in terms of how we can be more effective in making the changes to these habits that we wish to change. Now, as we finish off this topic, I leave you with this quote by Tom Roth. Sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow. So I will see you in the next topic, and until then, take care and stay aware.